What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of First Eps. It's the new year. We had a bit of a break. We're back, fresh, ready to start things anew.
Yes.
We watched a brand new show called Stay Close on Netflix. We're going to talk all about it and everything that we loved from the great, legendary year 2021. My name is Eric.
I'm Keith.
And this is First Eps. All right, Keith, we are back. We took a little break off for the holidays.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah.
How was your holiday? How was your Christmas, your New Year's, all that stuff?
First of all, I can't believe it's over with now.
It went so fast.
Yeah, it's blur.
Yeah, it came so fast, and then it was over so fast.
Yes.
You know, just like, like a night in the sack, you know what I mean? Just a blink of an eye.
I'm right there with you, exactly. Yeah. I remember very vividly watching Halloween movies, horror things, thinking, okay. And when this is done, we've got, 2 months of Christmas Yuletide.
Yep.
And now that's done too. We're just flying through.
Yeah, now we have nothing to look forward to.
Now we got 3 months of just darkness.
Yeah. President's Day.
Well, we got some time off from that, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, it's just But it was. I took some time off of work. That was very nice.
Yes.
Recharged. Got ready to face this brand new surge in COVID. So got rested to not leave the house ever again.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah,
exactly.
Did you get? Actually, we're working with something right now that you got as a gift. Is that correct?
Did. I got a brand new microphone. So if this sounds better, great. If it sounds less good, we'll work on it.
Work in progress.
Yes, but it was exciting to set up, and
it looks nice too. Very professional looking.
Yeah, it's giant.
Yeah.
It really is.
Mark at 146.2 on your recording there that I hit the table.
Okay.
So see if you can hear that.
Hopefully it's not that sensitive.
Yeah, okay.
But we'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, let's let's move on from our holiday talk.
We can talk all day about that.
All day.
Woo!
But no, let's talk about this show that we watched. There's not much new stuff coming out. Like in pretty much the month of December, first half of January, there's just not much.
Yeah, that's why you indulged me with holiday movies.
Exactly, yeah. So we watched a lot of those Hallmark style movies. But now we're back watching a brand new show. It's called Stay Close. Now, this is a new Netflix series. It's based on a book by Harlan Coben. Now, I've never read anything by this author, but I am familiar. They come out with like a new Netflix series based on one of his books like every couple months.
Oh, okay.
And I watched one called The Stranger. That's the only one I've seen out of quite a few of them. And I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I thought, this is brand new. There's not much to check out. So let's check this out.
Yeah.
And you knew nothing about it going in. Like I didn't tell you anything about it.
Nothing about it. In fact, I kind of forgot about it again. I was like, what are we even watching today?
Yeah.
But we just watched it, and no, it was good. We'll talk. Yeah.
We'll talk. Let's talk about it. So let's get into the very first episode. Now this is it's 8 episodes, all of them available on Netflix to binge right now if you so choose. But it starts out with we're looking at a parade and a club and a guy who's drunk.
You knew it was going to be good from the get-go.
Exactly. Things were going down.
Viper
the
room?
Viper Room.
Yeah, neon lights, sultry in the middle of a woods somewhere. I thought real Twin Peaksy vibe already.
Yeah, all right. And then we see, from a drunk dude and just starts running through the woods chasing somebody.
Yeah, well, we see drinks get switched. That had happened in the club, and then it seemed like this guy's perspective got a little off kilter.
Yeah, he was definitely drugged up on something.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. So he's just running through the woods,
through ruins and stuff,
and then boom, credits, immediate credits.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a little scary.
Okay. Yeah.
So next we see a woman. She's driving to her home, her family. She's got a large family.
Yep.
Fancy bee.
Yep. Driving to a BMW, SUV.
Yes. She's getting ready to go to a party. It's a hen party for the people from the United States. That's a bachelorette party.
Ah, yes, yes.
So much nicer when they're having a hen. Yeah, I love it. A hen do.
What? Is that what they call it? A hen do?
Yeah, I know. I listen to a lot of British lady mysteries audiobooks.
Okay.
fantastic if you're ever in a
So
car for a long ride.
And there's a lot
Lots
of
hen
bachelorette
dos.
and a lot of bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
Guys are dangerous affairs in the UK, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
No strippers at this one, though, but they do have a very jacked guy that they all paint.
He was kind of
it's like one of those
painting.
arts.
That's what they were doing.
It's like a
right.
drink and
Was
paint.
he all natural?
I think he had some undies on.
Undies, okay.
He was very muscular, though.
Yeah. I went out to the bathroom at that particular moment and came back and I missed all of that. So,
You got most of the guy, though.
Okay,
That was pretty much all of
right.
it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So she gets, after this whole thing, she gets home. There's a bottle of champagne on her front step with a card that just says Cassie. And then we know it's important because big drum thing happens.
Swells.
And then music. And then her eyes are like,
She looks around.
Yeah.
No one's there.
super freaked out.
Yeah.
The card is just blank on the inside.
Yeah.
So, we get the point, though. Cassie, probably not her name.
Not her name. But she left the drink out there or did she take it in with her? That's what I was wondering about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She must have
What would
taken
you do
it
in
in.
that situation?
Yeah, pop that baby open.
You would bring it in.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, as long as it's... I know it's champagne, so it wasn't tampered with or anything like
You
that.
sure about that? What about like the cork? You can just pop in like a little syringe.
It would lose its bubbles.
Wait, but really, if you have like a little syringe with a needle on it, you put that needle through the cork, insert the poison, withdraw. No one ever knows. Bam,
Man.
bam.
This
Cassie gone.
guy. This guy.
Yep.
So yeah, we see her inside then, and her fiance says, calls her Megan, and says my bride to be. So it turns out it was her bachelorette
Megan?
party. Her name is Megan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
looked more like a Cassie to me.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out more information about that. Next thing, we go to a scene at a police station, and a couple of detectives talking about this missing person who we know the guy from the beginning section.
Right.
So they want him to go, the detectives to go figure things out. So they go interview this guy's father, and the one detective who is becoming one of the main characters, it seems. He's like asking about Stuart Green. And we know that's important again because of the big drum.
Yes.
This show really holds your hand if you're not paying attention, because it's like,
When the music swells.
yeah.
And the drums
there's a
come
swell,
on.
and then like a drum, and it's like Stuart Green. Dun, dun. And there's like, that's when I would write down my note.
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
That's your prompt.
Write a note. All shows should be this way. It's so much easier. Next, we go to a character played by Richard Armitage. I'm familiar with him from other stuff. He was in the show The Stranger that I saw. He was the main character in that. Loved him in that.
Like an ensemble cast. It keeps,
Yeah.
all right.
One of the
See
reasons
this?
I actually wanted to check this one out because he was so good in the last one.
Nice.
But anyways, he plays a photographer. He's at a bar mitzvah taking pictures of some kid.
Right, yeah.
He leaves the bar mitzvah and gets jumped.
Assaulted. Yeah.
Assaulted. He gets robbed. They take his camera and just leave him there. Next up, we are back with Megan at a tennis match, and this scene was ridiculous too because it was like they really want us to know.
It was amazing.
So like everybody in the stands, both this packed crowd for like 2 10-year-olds playing tennis.
I thought that too. I'm like, wow, this is like Wimbledon for but they've got like
It
high
is.
school.
And the crowd's just looking back and forth.
You know
You're
the
like,
tennis when they they turn the
and
necks
forth.
and back and forth. Yeah, like have you ever seen the Seinfeld episodes where they do that? It's the best to go to the U.S. Open.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't. I have to watch that.
Yeah.
But Megan notices across the way one woman whose head is not turning.
So it looks so awesome because the audience's heads are turning
Yeah.
except for one woman who's looking straight at Megan/Cassie.
Exactly. And no one's like looking at their phone or anything
No.
either. Everybody's very into this match.
Exactly.
So you know this is important.
And also you heard the drums.
Drums. So she freaks out again
Yeah.
and runs into the bathroom.
Well, now I mentioned this. You're trying to avoid someone. You're gonna run away in front of a match where everybody sees you're leaving because everybody sits through the entire match. So it's quite obvious you're leaving. If you were going to run somewhere, would you run to the bathroom?
Yeah, I would go probably to the concession stand, get a soft pretzel.
Yeah.
And,
Just go back to your seat.
Make a day of it.
Hope you fooled the person. Oh, you're just gonna just see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
No, but I'm wondering in this situation if she was like more like, let's get this out of the way, but we'll talk secluded in the bathroom.
Got it. If you're gonna follow me, let's just get this over with.
Yeah,
now.
because then it's obvious that they know one another,
Yes.
and she's like, how'd you find me? And so
Yeah.
Cassie/Megan has a backstory that we're gonna learn.
Yeah.
Next, we go back to the photographer, and he's looking at his photos that he's taken, and he notices a photo of the missing man in the woods the night he went missing.
Yes, and there was another, and his partner asked when the camera got stolen originally, like, oh wait, they didn't take your wallet and your phone? Like, no, just the camera.
Yeah, just the camera.
So we know there's something going on with that, too. So maybe it wasn't just a random...
Yeah.
Yeah, he was targeted.
No drum there for that. But I did, right then I did write down, the music is so fucking ridiculous. Because it was just so intense. Like, every little thing was like, it makes you like kind of like,
oh yeah,
it's that forced suspense.
Yes, I was terrified.
Like, every single thing, it's just like a woman like going to the bathroom, or a woman like just like shopping, and it's like the whole time you think something's gonna happen because of the music.
Like, I needed a Valium just to watch this.
Yes. So next we go back to Megan / Cassie, and she's meeting with that woman from the tennis match.
And she's not a bad woman, actually. I thought she was gonna be like a hit woman or something, but she's just a former part of a former life of hers. We don't know what yet, right?
And they were very emotional. No, we started kind of putting the pieces together through Megan was having these flashbacks, and she looked like maybe like a stripper or a hooker or something like that.
Right.
But yeah, they had a very close bond, and they keep talking about why she left, and like
the girls were her family. Right.
So, and then she mentions something about Stuart Green is looking for her. Now that's the same name from earlier.
Right.
We know that there was a drum. And then she's like, I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
So it's all starting to, tie together like they do in these things. Next up, we go back to the police, and they go to this Vipers Club or whatever, and ask questions about, our missing guy. And then we go back to Megan. She's doing research on Stuart Green and like all this stuff.
And I thought, oh my gosh,
together.
Stuart Green is the guy at the bar at the Vice, but
Viper.
No. And Viper.
Yeah.
But
they were just two bald guys.
Two bald guys. I couldn't tell the difference.
You have bald blindness.
Yeah. I do. I was like, oh, so wait. No, not him. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So next we got the photographer. His name is Ray. I finally wrote down his name. He goes to the spot from the pictures in the woods where he noticed that missing guy.
Right.
Finds a blood stain on a rock. Looks fairly fresh.
Yeah. So I was trying to figure this all out. Did you figure it out? So he took those pictures not seeing that guy running through there, or was the pictures taken by someone else after his camera was stolen and they're just automatically uploaded online?
That's a great question, but I think the way that it was played, that I believe that he got his camera stolen after the thing, but we don't know, I guess, for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, it was weird that he just has random pictures and didn't see or hear a random crazy drunk dude running through the woods.
Yeah, like that has to be some telephoto lens.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. It was weird. There's some sketchy there to begin with.
Cool, thanks. Yeah.
Because then later we see some more stuff about that. Because Megan is out, she's doing some sleuthing. She goes to this house that was for sale, finds out that this was
so uncomfortable.
Stuart Green's old house. Talks to his wife. And mentions that he's been missing for 17 years. Blah, blah,
I never told you how long he was missing.
Oh yeah,
exactly. And the drums swell. She runs
away, and then Megan goes to that spot in the woods. So there's something about that particular spot in the woods. But the whole time, and then she's having flashbacks to like this Stuart Green guy like hitting her. So something happened in the woods there as well. Next, we see the detective. He's going to that same house that Megan just left.
Yes.
Turns out he's related to that person. Maybe sister is what I was thinking. I don't know if they say specifically.
Oh, I thought it was just because it was a cold case that he was working with her when she reported him missing years ago.
Oh, maybe.
They couldn't find anything.
Yeah. Okay. Just he was very like...
very casual, like
close
familiar.
with the kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, maybe even that is the cop is like, that's her like in-law or something. Maybe. Like the cop's related to Stuart Green.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But definitely knew the family of the woman.
Yeah. So even more to these like things tying together.
Oh yeah.
And then Cassie goes looking for Harry.
The old lawyer?
Yeah, it's just some guy named Harry she's looking for. And she's looking for, she finds him above like this really sketchy shop, and he's like passed out, heroin, played by Eddie Izzard in a great role where he's just there, shirtless, passed out for a minute.
Played, we can use it loosely. He opened his eyes at her for about 30 seconds and then fell asleep.
And then she's leaving, and these two guys like rob her. They steal her jewelry. They force her down, and like,
oh, that was great.
Yeah, and she's getting up to leave, and they're just like laughing, like, we got her necklace.
Then she turns into full on Maria Menounos from that second movie we watched. Slow-mo, she's got that tin can.
That's your go-to. Not like Wonder Woman or anything like that. Maria Menounos.
Yeah, it's from that shitty second movie we saw.
Yeah, Nantucket Noel.
Yes, Nantucket Noel, when she kicked some snowball arse.
Yeah, was that Nantucket Noel? They all measured together. So she beats the shit out of these two guys.
Yeah. She takes like this like Serenity Buddha head, throws it at the big guy. The big guy goes down.
Yeah. So then it makes you wonder, like, so is she just like, was she lucky? Was she good at fighting? Is she like some sort of trained assassin? Like, shit got a little murky there when she turns into a superhero.
Well, we know she's like a tough chick now.
Yes.
Right?
So absolutely.
I don't know if she's a trained fighter or if she, like you said, she just is tough and, wily, so she just grabbed what she could and
she had enough. You could see it in her eyes. She broke. She's like, fuck these dudes. I'm done.
Yeah, she looks like Martha Stewart, but she fights like I don't know who.
Yes. And now we see like a little bit of a montage. We're in the closing minutes of the show. We see a montage of, everybody's doing stuff. We find out that the photographer is looking at pictures, and it's Cassie/Megan. Turns out he was her ex-fiance or something. And then we see Cassie/Megan's daughter,
who seems to be doing something too on the side.
Yeah, she's a little sketchy, but she's like having flashbacks to her night in the Vipers Club where she's hanging out with the missing dude.
Yes.
She's got his necklace
we
on.
We find that out then.
Yes.
And in fact, she probably had that on throughout the beginning if we would have picked up on that, but I didn't.
No,
because did you hear that? Like, and when they went to talk to the father, they did mention he always wears this necklace. And I thought it was kind of an odd comment to say.
It's true.
Didn't realize when the daughter walked home that one time when she caught her out.
Yep.
If she had the necklace on.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that. Yeah. But I do remember that now.
So it was very interesting how like literally everything tied together.
Yeah.
Like, they always do that in these movies, just to kind of like
exhausting.
Yeah, but this one was way more. So it was just more like it just seemed like I don't know
too much at once
about this family and like everything's connected. I don't know. It does keep you invested. Keeps you wanting to see how this is all worked out.
Yeah.
But these shows you watch and it all like it finally pans out in the last 5 minutes of the entire series. They always frustrate me because I get me on the first episode and then I'm like watching and like it's fun, it's enjoyable. But like you don't get any revelations until right at the end.
It's like my Bigfoot shows.
Yes.
It's like you get a step closer, you might hear a little more. But
this one will at least see Bigfoot at the end. You're not getting any Bigfoot at the end of your shows.
One of these days.
Yeah. So anything else to add about the first episode right now?
No, I'll talk when we recap it more. About our thoughts.
All right. Yeah. We'll come back and we'll give our review of the first episode. But before that, I want to talk about some of the best shows from last year. This is the perfect time to look back and talk about what we enjoyed from 2021 and what the critics enjoyed. So they just released the Golden Globe nominations.
Let's hear them. Let's see what we got.
Now we're not. I don't know how we're supposed to feel about the Golden Globes right now. Like there was a whole thing like last year with them like not having any people of color on the board and stuff like that. So it was Golden Globes got Me Too'd. And now they're not even being televised this year yet. Nothing. They
really?
got canceled. And so it might be I don't know what the event's going to be, but the nominations.
But they do have nominations.
Okay. Yes. So the best television series drama. The nominations were Lupin, The Morning Show, Pose, Squid Game, and Succession.
Okay.
Yeah, you got any thoughts on any of those? Any standouts for you?
I haven't watched any of them.
No.
I watched the first couple episodes of Squid Game.
Yeah.
What are they again? Lupin, Squid Game's Morning Show,
Pose, and Succession. Yeah, I keep wanting to start Succession. I've never started. I've heard that that's going to be like that's the best
a new
show.
one. Okay. All right.
I think they're on season 3 of that. It's an HBO series. But yeah, that one's supposed to be amazing.
Okay.
Squid Game, I don't know if it's going to be best TV series drama.
Just because it was huge doesn't mean it's necessarily the best for their eye.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Pose. I love Pose.
Yeah.
I haven't finished that.
I feel like that's like the heart one. I'm sure some people want to win, but I don't know if it will.
Yeah. And that was it just had its final season, too.
Maybe it will then.
Best TV series, musical or comedy, The Great, Hacks, Only Murders in the Building, Reservation Dogs, and Ted Lasso.
Oh, that's a real hard one for you.
This is a tough one.
Two of your favorites.
Yeah, I love The Great. Haven't started the new season.
I didn't even know that one.
Dude, you would love it.
Okay.
You would absolutely love it. It's like Elizabeth the Great or something.
Catherine.
Catherine the Great.
From Russia.
Yes.
Yes.
She's like taking over. It's the funniest show.
Okay.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Hacks I never seen, but Only Murders in the Building is on my list of the best shows in 2021.
Yep.
Reservation Dogs.
Oh, that's one you're into
that
one.
yeah.
All right. I thought
and
you
then
loved it.
Ted Lasso. I mean,
Also one of your faves.
Yeah. This season I didn't think was as good as season 1, but also, it was still amazing.
Of course. So it seems like you're going for Only Murders in the Building for this category. You think
I
you're
am.
a winner?
Yeah. I do. I think that was a perfect television series. Let's do the actors and actresses real quick. So best performance by an actor in a TV series, musical, or comedy: Anthony Anderson for Blackish, Nicholas Hoult for The Great, Steve Martin and Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building, and Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso. Mm-hmm. So that's a tough category. Again, Steve Martin, Martin Short, who wins that? I don't know. Sudeikis, he crushed it last year.
Oh, he won last year?
I think so.
Yeah.
It might have been the Emmys.
Okay.
I don't know. One of those. Everybody loves the Sudeikis.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
Exactly. And then best performance by an actress in a television series, musical, or comedy: Hannah Einbender for Hacks, Elle Fanning for The Great, Issa Rae, Insecure, Tracy Ellis Ross for Blackish, and Jean Smart for Hacks.
Jean Smart, huh? Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody loves Hacks, too. That's another one that's on the list. Hacks and Succession are like the two series I'm going to start next. Okay. One of those I'm going to check out. And then best actor in a drama: Brian Cox for Succession, Lee Jung-jae for Squid Game, Billy Porter, Pose, Jeremy Strong for Succession, and Omar Sy for Lupin. So, I have no skin in the game on this one. It's probably gonna be a Succession guy, but I love Billy Porter. I would love Billy Porter
too. Yeah, everybody loves him.
And he had his character in this series had, I'm not going to spoil any, but at this point in the series, had a very powerful time. So
got it.
And then best performance by an actress in a drama: Uzo Aduba for In Treatment, Jennifer Aniston in The Morning Show, Christine Baranski in The Good Fight, Elizabeth Moss in The Handmaid's Tale, and MJ Rodriguez in Pose.
Michelle Rodriguez?
Nope, MJ Rodriguez, the main girl from Pose.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, again, that one could go any which way. And then
how about reality show?
That we don't have that one yet. But then some actors and actresses were nominated from WandaVision, Scenes from a Marriage, Dope Sick, Halston, The Serpent,
Halston, yeah,
Maid, and Mayor of Easttown. So a huge a very large assortment of TV shows. A lot of years, it's a handful of shows kind of just runs the awards. This one there's a huge assortment, so it'll be interesting to see how it pairs out to all these things. And then White Lotus, Ted Lasso,
White Lotus,
more show, Squid Game for supporting.
Do you know when the cutoff was for when these had to be out by?
I don't know.
No, okay.
Yeah, the time's always weird. And also, who even knows time anymore? Like, I couldn't even tell you when I was looking back, and I was like, "Holy shit, that was only this year."
Yeah. Well, WandaVision too, right?
Right? WandaVision, like all those, like WandaVision and like Loki seemed like they were forever ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are both great shows too. Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about our favorites. What is your number one? What was the biggest show that you enjoyed in 2021?
Well, so it's not a news show, but it was on I think the 5th season. So I'm just gonna Kindred Spirits on the Discovery Plus.
Okay, this is the first you've talked about this. I think
this is with it has Amy Bruni and Adam Berry. Yes.
Okay, so is this like a documentary style show, or is it a?
No, it's a ghost one where they go to people's houses. But what's interesting about this one is they're two of the most human. I feel of all the ghost folks. So they will go and actually talk with the people and see like what's going on, what's happening here, and then they go and try to talk with the ghosts. And it's really interesting because what they do is like they do a lot of research on the house. They come up with people's names and stories, and then when they get responses on like through knockings, then they kind of go down that path.
Yeah.
And eventually they try to figure out what the ghost wants and how to put them to rest. Blah blah blah. All these kinds of ways. It's really really interesting.
Now this guy, there's so many of these ghost shows.
Yeah.
So this one has to be good for it to be like your number one.
It's my favorite
show
because not only does you really learn about the history of the places,
yeah,
but it's got like that human element. They have a psychic that comes in.
It's got all your favorite.
It
things.
does. It's got
history,
ghosts,
psychic,
scares,
ghosts,
yeah,
hot bods.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess so. Sure, they got good
violence.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all there.
Drugs.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Kindred spirits. Everybody. Ooh. Discovery Plus.
Yeah. There's a lot that goes on between Amy and Adam, and it's just like, do we just want to know?
Nice.
Yeah.
And so now, any other like scripted shows do anything for you this year?
Oh, the only one I'm thinking about what we watched. My favorite from our series we watched. I mean, I did love WandaVision.
Yeah,
that's not my favorite, but I really liked it.
Yeah.
I also really liked Behind Her Eyes, one of the first ones we reviewed for this podcast.
Yeah, that one took us all by surprise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you didn't like the surprise as much as I did.
No. I thought it was like the ending like kind of pissed me off because it was kind of a bummer ending. Like I don't like bummer endings, especially like during when everybody in the world's dying.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to be like tickled and made happy.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. No. This one hits you in the feels, and you're like, no.
Yeah. No, that's a great one. That's a really good one.
Surprised by it.
That's another one where I'm like, that was just last year.
Yeah.
Crazy
probably forever ago now.
Yes.
But, well, how'd you? What else did you put on yours?
So yeah, I had the Hawkeye, WandaVision, Loki. Those were amazing shows.
The Hawkeye that just came out.
Yeah.
You loved it. My partner Noah really wants to watch that.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yes. Those Marvel series, like, we didn't get a ton of Marvel movies this year, but it was fine because it was, these were better, in some ways.
Yeah.
So, those were all great, but, my favorites were probably I loved White Lotus on HBO.
Oh, right, Hawaii.
Yes,
is that the one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's such a well-written series, great cast of characters. The first episode I was like, meh. I was meh on it.
Okay, all right.
But then came back and I started to like see what's happening here, what's going on, and loved it. I recommend that to everyone.
I gotta watch it. Yeah.
We talked about Only Murders in the Building.
Yes.
That was that's my favorite. That might be my absolute favorite show.
Really?
Of this year. Yeah, that one loved every episode. Looked forward to it. That one was on a weekly release schedule.
Yeah.
So man, I was like, oh,
that works sometimes.
It does, dude. I would have watched that series probably in like a few days if it was all out.
And then out of your mind, but this is what kept me going for it. There's something to be said for when they release in piecemeal.
It's true. It is true. And then Midnight Mass, loved that.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was so good. Just because there was nothing else there's never any scary shows.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
What about 13
horror
Points?
Movies. Oh, never finished that. I forgot about that. Me neither. Yeah.
I totally forgot about it too. We'll watch that one of these days again. Let's watch another one.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe we'll watch it with the dubbing on or something. So, that's always a problem for me. Of me fully committing to paying attention to.
Okay, because you got to read, especially when things are going on at the top.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, Midnight Mass I thought was great. It was just what I wanted for the time.
Best atmosphere. I will give it that.
Yeah. And I love seeing the Mike Flanagan. I have such a hard on for Mike Flanagan's work because of the way he directs, his long takes and stuff like that. I as a film buff, I love that stuff.
But if you had to compare that to Haunting of Hill House, same level or not?
Not even close.
Okay.
Doesn't even compare. Haunting of Hill House is like a timeless classic.
Yeah, because you showed me that this year, and I loved it. It was very, very good.
Yeah, that was the third or fourth time watching that, and it's still it's just as powerful. But yeah, and then my other favorite series, and I've told you to go back and watch more of it, Arcane. You have to watch Arcane.
Okay. Wow. So
good.
I'm so because you watch a lot of television.
Yes.
You love it.
A lot of television.
So for those to be your favorite, I'm like, oh, okay, he loves this one. No, but these are the ones. All right.
Dude.
So White Lotus.
So Arcane, we
yep.
watched. I fell asleep during the first episode. Went back, rewatched it, enjoyed it, but it wasn't until maybe like episode 4.
Oh wow, okay.
That I was like, holy shit, I love this.
Yeah, okay.
You start to become really invested in the characters, and they are amazing characters.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Every single character, the good guys, the bad guys, they all have this rich backstory, and then on top of that, the animation and the action is just like, it's so good. Like that is easily on par with Only Murders.
All right.
For my favorite
wow.
of the year. So,
that's impressive.
Yeah. It was like if you're gonna get stuck inside for a whole year, what better thing to do than watch some television? There was a lot of good TV that came out with Disney. All the streaming services just absolutely crush it.
Oh yeah.
Like you look at the Golden Globes nominations, I think there's 1 or 2 network shows.
That's amazing. Total reversal from what, 5-10 years ago.
Yeah, if that. Yeah, exactly. It's done. Like it is. There's no Law and Order, no Friends, and that sort of shit on there anymore. It's just like all these streaming series.
Yep, you're right.
So, it's cool that.
Well, I mean, that's because the networks. What was that one we watched? Was that a network? No, that was Netflix. Never mind.
Yeah. There's not much. I watch a handful of shows on network television.
That was it.
Yeah, exactly. And even the ones that you would expect to be on network television, like How I Met Your Father is coming up soon, and that's going to be streaming through Hulu.
Okay.
So it's not even going to be on one of the big channels.
Yeah.
But
interesting.
like I think I watched 911, I don't know if it's 911, 911. It's like a show like about paramedics or whatever. It's a scripted series.
Not Reno 911.
No, okay. I wish. But no, this is on channel CBS. And I think that's like one of the few shows that I watch that is on television. Yeah. That like The Amazing Race.
Oh yeah. You know? I mean, that's what those are still good for now. Yeah. Reality TVs.
You got like The Voice and like
The Masked Singer. Turn around. Oh yeah. The Masked Singer. Take off your mask.
Yeah, all the classics.
It's Kobe Calais.
Oh shit, she would never be caught dead.
In a gopher outfit.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, that's our look back at the
good year,
wonderful year of 2021.
The entertainment may be the best part of it.
Yeah, and even then, it was like there wasn't much for a long time. Yeah. Like it took a while for that drought to kind of like come back. Mm-hmm. So so hopefully 2022 will be a better year for everything.
It's got to be.
Right?
Yeah.
Even I will take a better year in real life if it means less quality television shows too.
That is very kind of you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But actually, that doesn't mean a lot coming from you, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. But if not, I'm fine with just hunkering down and with a 6-pack and a great selection of bingeable television
series.
And
my friend's code HBO.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Alex. All right. Let's go back. Let's give our review on Stay Close, the first episode. What's your take?
Oh, I'm going to say watch.
Yeah.
I would watch it again easily. Like if you wanted to. I wouldn't binge it. Mm-hmm. Just because it's heavy and it makes me... It's a lot like, well, actually, when I thought like Behind Our Eyes, it's got that same atmosphere. It doesn't feel as... It feels more heavy-handed. And I don't want to say clumsy, but it doesn't feel as...
Yeah. No, I get exactly what you're saying. That one had more mystery about it, surprisingly, because this is a mystery.
Yeah.
But that one, it was just kind of a lot left unsaid. This one's really just kind of force-feeding you.
Yeah, the characters had some depth in them, but you just knew it on the fringes, but didn't get into it. Whereas this is, I guess there's a lot of detail we got to get. So in the first episode, we just got a lot handed to us.
Exactly, yeah. I'm entirely with you. Like, I don't care to binge it, but I will eventually finish up the series.
Yeah.
It'll be one of those I'll like watch while I'm like washing the dishes or something. Mm-hmm. I put that on just because I want to know. I'm invested already from episode 1. I want to know what's going on here.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the characters are likable. I mean, they're intriguing. I want to know more about them.
Exactly. Yeah, and they ask just the right questions to get you to want to know more. Mm-hmm. But not enough where I'm just like, I need to know right now. Cassie, Megan, who is it?
Yeah,
because like ultimately it's going to be some shitty reveal that is just like, oh, all right.
What?
Yeah, no one's gonna have powers or.
Well, how do we know?
Yeah, just because I've seen these things before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like the Hallmark movie of.
Yeah, these British mysteries is
Okay.
So
yeah,
but yeah, it was enjoyable. I'll definitely watch the remaining 7 episodes. I know everybody loves these Harlan Coben things because they're formulaic. They fit the mold that everybody wants. They want to be intrigued and question everything and then figure it out within
it's
8
cool.
episodes.
I mean, it's moody, it's beautifully shot, it's elegant.
Yeah,
I can see people the allure.
British.
Definitely, it's British. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, posh.
All right, well that does it. That's our first episode for the 2022.
Woo.
Yeah,
Here we are, 2022. First
here
time
we
saying
are.
that.
We did it, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
did it.
Check us out on all of our socials: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. First Eps Podcast at all of those. You can watch this show on YouTube, Pop Culture Playground, as well as, get a bunch of other stuff.
Ooh.
Movie reviews, game reviews, the best things available on Netflix, a bunch of other videos like that. So check that out. And then go to Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. I specifically mentioned those two, though, because now you could give us 5 stars at both. Spotify now has reviews.
Star review.
Go to Spotify, 5 stars, Apple, 5 stars. 5 stars everywhere.
Yep. Yeah. It's not out of 3 stars. It's out of 5 stars.
Yes.
So don't make that mistake.
Exactly, like
5
you
stars.
did.
I did a 3-star review, but I realized I thought it was max 3.
I give them 3 stars. When would it ever be 3 stars?
I feel like back in the day it was 3 stars. Like, 3-star gold standard. And then we moved to 5. Pretty soon it'll be 10. When we're 80, it'll be 10.
Yeah. And so at some point was it 4? Like it was 4 stars. I guess for movies was like 4 stars.
4-star review. See? Yeah. That's like inflation
5
of stars.
Yeah.
Moving up now.
Yeah. Well, give us 6 stars if you're hearing this in the future. And come back next week for more of this sweet First Eps action.
Yeah, they want the banter, baby.
We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.
To start afresh. Is that a word? Afresh.
A new.
Fresh. And fresh. One word. Afresh.
2 dudes, 1 word. Afresh.
We gotta start this over.